My superpower is I get results. They call me the chief results officer. That came by experiencing so many struggles throughout my life. Academically, I struggled in school for a lot of different reasons. And one of those reasons is I just could not figure out what my purpose was because I was too busy trying to validate why I did not have a father like the rest of my friends. I grew up without my father in my life while I had the wonderful support of my mother, wonderful support of my grandfather. I didn't grow up with my father, which in return caused me to struggle academically, caused me to struggle, make a lot of bad choices. And I know work had to get done. I know things had to get accomplished, but it was hard navigating my way through. But after navigating through all of that, I realized that it doesn't matter how you start, it only matters how you finish. And it's got to get done one way or another. I remember this day like it was yesterday. I was 16 years old, working at the mall, and I ran into my father accidentally. We were talking for about 3 to 5 minutes. I explained to him I'd get off work in about 2 hours. He said, well, don't get a ride. I'll take you home, and we'll talk, and we'll catch up. So my last 2 hours felt like forever. I was excited, haven't seen him in over 5 years. I was ready to explain to him how I grew up, how school was going, how the girls were doing. I was so excited to hear about him. 2 hours pass by. I get off of work. I'm excited. I'm looking for him all over the mall, and he's nowhere to be found. I walk outside. I'm standing there. My mother calls me and says, hey, you didn't call me. Do you still need a ride? I said, no. I ran into my dad. He's going to bring me home. He said, we're going to talk. And she says, well, okay, call me if something happens. Another hour goes by. Security's asking me if I'm okay. Still, no dad. I called the number he gave me. No answer. I'm walking around. Still in my mind, I'm still making excuses. Maybe he's still shopping. Maybe he had an accident. Maybe he's using the bathroom. Or maybe he's looking for me. So I go back upstairs to the store I'm working in, hoping he would just walk by and find me, to no avail. He still continued to disappoint me. So here I am calling my mother, asking for a ride. She doesn't ask any questions. She comes and picks me up because she can already tell by the sound of my voice what happened. I get in the car, and as tears are rolling down my face, I immediately realized I can't have high expectations for something that somebody already showed me what they're not able to perform. And it was at that moment I realized if I'm going to do it, if I'm going to become it, I've got to do it on my own. One of the greatest lessons I've learned in life is if it's meant to be, it's up to me. I'm responsible for my future. I'm responsible for my fate. If it's meant to happen, it's up to me to do the work. It's up to me to make it happen. It's up to me to sacrifice time. It's up to me to sacrifice the money. And it's up to me to make it happen. In life, you're either in the way or on the way. No excuses in between. Because of the absence of my father, I struggled tremendously academically. 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. Failed so many classes I had to do summer school full time. In the summer, while everybody's out enjoying themselves, enjoying the weather, I'm in school 4 hours of a day, making up because of what I did not perform. And it was those moments that I realized I'm better than this. I'm smarter than this. I can do the work. But my mind was just so all over the place that I could not focus. And it was those moments where I realized if I'm going to become something greater, it starts with me. If I can change my mind, I can change what I have and ultimately change what I become. And so I went from having ADD to having a doctorate degree. And the story in between is the transformation all in itself.
It's a great day. My name is Shay Brown. I just want to speak to you, the speaker, or maybe not even a speaker, right? Maybe you're not a speaker, but you have a message inside of you that you want to release, or maybe you have a story, right? A story of your life, a story in your career, Or maybe as you're listening right now, you're an expert, right? You're an expert at teaching people how to do something. You're an expert at raising kids. And I want you to imagine for a moment that you had an opportunity to share your message or your story on a bigger stage. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment and what that would mean for you if you could reach your target audience. If you're an entrepreneur, if that target audience got associated to the problem that you solve, or if you're a super entrepreneur with sales funnels out there, not only did they get associated to who you were, but they were able to join your list. Now, for other folks, that won't make no sense at all. But for you, the entrepreneur, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I want to invite you over to something called the Comeback Champion Summit. And the whole purpose of the Comeback Champion Summit is really to do one thing, which is one word, and that is possibilities. That's right. When you get a chance to get on stage, you get a chance to do it virtually, and some of you maybe in person, and you get a chance to share your story. So something deep inside of you. I always say your message, because some of you have a message or your expertise. Then guess what happens? 3 things happen. Number 1, you get to make a difference. And isn't that why you are on this earth? I mean, I don't want to get emotional here, but you're really on this earth to make a difference for someone else. Something has happened to you so it can go through you to someone else. And being able to speak on a platform that provides an audience, it's like having a microphone that allows you to help more people faster. So that's number 1. Number 2, when you're on a platform, I'm going to invite you to the Comeback Champion Summit, you get a chance to have more meaning in the world, to have more impact, and to have more influence. And that's really who we're looking for. We're looking for folks out there who have an interest, want, or desire of serving others. So if that's you, I'm going to invite you to go over to www.comebackchampionsummit.com. Again, comebackchampionsummit.com. Click the button. It'll say apply to speak. Go through the process. And if it's a good fit, can't wait to share your story over at the Comeback Champion Summit or any one of our platforms that serves other folks. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone, and we'll make some good things happen. We connect again real soon. See you out.
If I could go back and talk to my 21-year-old self, what I would tell myself would be invest and believe in yourself. If you can't bet on anybody else, double down on yourself. You are greater than what you believe. You can accomplish more than what you can dream of. It all starts with you. If you can put it in your head and you can believe in yourself, you can put it in your hand. One of the greatest struggles that I experienced is I was waiting for validation from the wrong people. And I would get discouraged easily if I would tell my dream to somebody and they didn't believe it. I would get discouraged as if, well, it can't happen because they don't see it. But I later on found out that they don't have to believe in my dream for it to be my dream. If I can believe in myself and put up the fight, I can accomplish anything that I put my mind to. I remember it was 2011. I remember working for a daycare center. And I remember eventually running the daycare center while at the same time wanting to operate my own school. And I was doing everything for this program. And, we took it to a place it's never been before. And I remember going home at night, couldn't sleep because all I could think about was one day you could have your own school. I remember writing down all of my dreams, all of my goals, all of my desires, the who, what, where, when, and how I can make it happen. I finally got enough strength and nerve to present this to my family. And the day I presented it to my family, they laughed at me. They said, have you ever seen a man in daycare business? Have you ever seen a man babysitting kids? And they laughed and said, just stick to what you're doing. What you're doing is fine. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And I remember telling myself, well, I have 2 choices. I could listen to them and stay the same, or I can take the risk and believe in myself. Well, I'll just say this. In 2012, I opened the doors to my first center, and I was able to retire my mother from her full-time state job, who at the time, she did not believe it was possible. This is why I say, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. And if you can believe in yourself, you can make it work. So one of the problems facing business owners today is strategy. Nobody has strategy, how to scale, how to grow. One of the most disappointing things that I've experienced is seeing so many people with great ideas, great products, great business ideas. They don't have a strategy to take it from A to B. And what happens is that great business idea dies in between because they're waiting on the support of family and friends, when in reality, the world is waiting on your product. The world is waiting on your business idea. The world is waiting on you. And so what I have been able to do, I've been able to help entrepreneurs, small business owners scale their small business ideas into companies, structure their businesses to get support, to get resources, and to take what they have and to brand it globally, brand it nationally, and to take it to a higher scale that they've never imagined. What I'm currently working on is building digital products that would allow business owners to train their staff, to strategize, to take business principles, business ideas, and apply it to their business, no matter what the business is. Businesses are set up and structured to a sense. It doesn't matter what field you're in, what niche you're in, what area you specialize in. Business principles are universal. They do not change. So whether you're selling candy, you're making bicycles, or you're creating products, these business principles will work. So this is what I'm currently working on. I'm Mr. Motivation. I want to motivate you. I want to re-spark you. I want to give that fire back to you that you once had. I want to create that flame in you that you did not know existed. So again, if it's in you, we can pull it out of you. I remember when I first got started in business, I had nobody. I had no support, no resources. I had to figure it out, trial and error. I spent and sacrificed, lost so much money trying to figure it out. But the reason people hire me now is because I eliminate the guesswork. I take out the guesswork. I save you time and money by sharing my experiences, my strategy, and I help you visualize the long picture. I help you get from point A to point B, and I tell you the problems that you might encounter along the way. Well, people may say, well, why is that important? If you have a dream, if you have a goal, if you have an idea that you want to accomplish in the next 12 months, it might take you 6 months trying to figure things out. But if I can step in and help you save 6 months from guessing to taking those 6 months to earning profit in your business, I would say that is worth the hire. And so they hire our company because we get results every time. What I've enjoyed most about this experience with working with the making of an entrepreneur is we actually get our voices heard. 9 times out of 10, people only know us for what we offer, but they don't understand our journey, our process to get to where we are. So this opportunity and this experience is wonderful because people get to see the raw, behind the scenes of what it takes to get to where you are. It's real. It's not scripted. This is what we do. This is what we've experienced. This is what we've had to go through to get to where we are. So the more you can see of a person, the more you'll understand that if it could happen for one person, it could happen for you.
Thank you so much for watching the Making of an Entrepreneur DocuSeries. I just want to take a moment to talk to you. That's right, you that's watching right now. You the mom, or maybe you're the dad, or maybe you're an entrepreneur, or perhaps you're an auntie or uncle, but you're someone out there that has a heart to give, you have a heart to serve, and as you're watching this Making of an Entrepreneur DocuSeries, you may be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, I've had some life lessons, I've had some setbacks, I've had some experiences, I've gone through some things that have helped me become a better person, and I want to take that and I want to release that to other folks. Okay. Maybe you're a speaker and you're already doing it. Maybe you've written books and you've already done that. Or maybe the story that's inside of you, the expertise that's inside of you, the message inside of you, this is the right platform for you to make a bigger difference and a bigger impact in the world. Now, this whole Making of an Entrepreneur DocuSeries, if you had to sum it up in just one word, and it's kind of hard to do that, but as I'm talking to you and you're listening right now, you might be saying, Shay, what's the one word? And the one word I would say is just legacy. Legacy. There's a legacy I understand that you want to leave for your family, and I get that. But there's also a legacy of your knowledge. There's a legacy of your expertise. And think about this. You're able to share your message or share your story or share your expertise. And long after you're gone, they still have a window into the soul of who you are. and the impact that that leaves behind. If that's you and you someone that's want to get the information, you're someone that's ready to do something bigger than just your business and bigger than just making more money, but you want to have more meaning in the world, do me a favor. Go over to www.themakingofanontrepreneurDocuSeries.com. I know that's a long email, a long address, but I want you to hear it again one more time. themakingofanoentrepreneur.com. Now, when you get there, just put your first name and your last name and your phone number and information in there. Worst case scenario, you have a meeting with the team and decide, hey, me being a cast member, this isn't a good fit, but I had a lot of fun. Best case scenario, you decide to take a step. Folks understand your backstory, understand what you've been through, and the world is much better off while you're here. And when the day comes and you decide to transition and move on, it's still doing very, very well. So with that being said, I just want to pop in. Thanks a lot for watching the Making of an Entrepreneur series. My name is Shay Brown. I want to encourage you to continue to watch, and I'll see you at the next episode. God bless.